Almost 6 years out of the ring, and I'm finally ready to face myself again. This journey is more than fitness, it's about taking my power back. So join me. If you're new here, kia ora, I'm Sera. I'm a 38-year-old Māori living in Japan. I've been involved in martial arts for over a decade now, which includes being a professional fighter, although I haven't fought for about 6 years now. And over the last 6 years, I've noticed it kind of just happened naturally. I slowly merged into helping my husband, Ensign, train fighters. So I noticed that a lot of my training and some of my goals had kind of just fallen by the wayside. So what's changed? So after all this time, why am I starting this journey now? Well, why not? Actually, what made this journey what it is? My last fight, about 6 years ago, I had a really bad weight cut. I actually missed weight in that fight, which, by the way, you should never do. But I did, and I own that mistake. And after that weight cut and subsequent fight, my body just freaked out. And so everything that I used to do before, including diet and exercise and doing all of the quote-unquote right things, weren't working anymore. And it was my body just saying, I've had enough. Also, like a lot of the world, shortly after that, COVID happened. And things like diet, routine, being able to train with other people, everything just kind of stopped. And I found it harder and harder to get back in the groove. Also, during that time, we ended up picking up students. Well, my husband did. My husband's a retired pro MMA fighter. And I just naturally fell into the role of helping him train some of these fighters. And also found that a lot of my time and energy for the last few years has been spent helping them, push and achieve their goals, which is great. I'm really passionate about that, and in a way that's been a blessing in this whole thing. But I noticed that spending all that energy there has really impacted the time that I spend on myself. And as I did get heavier and less mobile over the years, I noticed that my motivation sunk, and I was making every excuse you could think of not to train. And to be honest, I wasn't being honest with myself. I was allowing myself to make these excuses and kind of enabling my own habits. Which brings me here to Hawai'i. So my husband, Ensign Inoue, has an older brother, Egan, who runs a fitness center here in Hawai'i and has been involved in the industry for decades. He was also a former pro fighter and #1 ranked world racquetball player. He's definitely up with all the play on all of the training technologies. Plus, he just has that kind of big brother edge, and he'll tell me things that I don't necessarily want to hear, but I know I need to hear. And for me, it was kind of a last resort because Egan is crazy busy. So the demand for his time, I know, is really high, so his time is really precious. But I was ultimately at this point where I was kind of desperate, and I reached out to him as a form of accountability, really, because I knew that once I included somebody else, like Egan, then I knew I would have to carry through with whatever plans or goals that I had, because the accountability's gone from just me to an external party. And knowing how much he's going out of his way, I really want to do a good job. So I landed in Hawaii on Tuesday, and by Thursday, we were straight in the gym already. Now, when a lot of people talk about their fitness goals, people jump straight to weight. What is your ideal weight? Well, I'm here to tell you that this isn't that kind of journey, namely because just through fighting and even growing up, I haven't had the healthiest relationship with food and with the scale, because weight isn't always a determining factor. Yes, it's a great tool and it can be a good data point to add to all the other factors when we're measuring progress. But for this journey, I didn't want it to be the main focus. So I did weigh in on the first day, but for the most part, a lot of my measurables are non-weight related, and a couple of them are improved lifts, improved max output in classes, body measurements. So I'm going to be taking key measurements of my body because I'm trying to change my body composition more than drop weight. So sometimes if you're losing fat but gaining muscle, the scale won't necessarily help you out in that respect, but measuring different parts of your body is a better way to tell. Just seeing how are my clothes fitting, how are my energy levels, and getting back to enjoying working out again, because lately I haven't been enjoying working out for myself. I enjoy training others and holding mitts and doing stuff for the guys, but in terms of my own fitness routine, I haven't enjoyed working out. So those are the key factors that I'm going for in this journey. That way I'm looking at longevity and that healthy lifestyle. And don't worry, I am going to be sharing some of my goals with you guys in the next episode. So the next episode is going to be all about my goals and how I did my goal setting. So if you're starting your journey, stick around for that session and maybe we can do some planning together. I'm going to be honest, starting again sucks. There's no easy way around that. Especially when you go from somebody that was in really good fight shape, I was walking around with abs, to being less mobile and getting aches and pains and stuff when I'm just doing simple exercises that I feel like I should be able to do. It's really frustrating, but I am really comforted by the fact that I'm here and I have support from one of the best trainers in the world. And I'm not just saying that because he's my brother-in-law. He is actually really good. And also there's a part of me that really misses active Sera. I was talking to our niece the other night and I was telling her that when I used to come here, I used to come for some training trips years ago, and I'd get into my routine. I'd be, doing my meal prep, taking supplements, getting ready for trainings in between. And for the last few years, that hasn't been the case, and it's felt weird. It's felt really odd. And I kind of miss that Sera, because I guess being active was really wrapped up in my identity. And I feel like I have been in a bit of a lull for the last few years. And I think that's been a big part of it, is that I've been missing this big chunk of who I am, which was an active person. So this journey right here, for me, it sounds cliche, but it's an act of self-love, self-care. And I say that because I feel like taking care of myself and getting back in shape makes me a better person in order to give more to those around me, whether it's my husband, whether it's the fighters, family, friends, the team. I feel like I can be a better me if I take better care of me. And as I'm recording this, I'm 3 days in. I was actually meant to do it on day 1, but I just keep changing my mind about what I wanted to say. And just nothing really flowed like I thought it would. But now, day 3 of this 3-week trip, I'm feeling a little spark and I'm really excited about the journey ahead. So if you're down to follow along, please stay. Do all the liking and subbing you like. Comment. I want this to be an interactive journey. So even though I'll be uploading a little after I've been training, I still want to interact and know what you all think, and know if some of you are going through a similar thing. So if you're interested, please stick around. If you've made it this far, I appreciate you and hope you're finding time to take care of yourself too. I'll see you in the next episode where we're going to talk about goal setting. Ka kite anō, I'll see you again.